Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, so today teacher will continue about drawing graph for cubic graph. Okay, so last week we learned how to draw quadratic graph. So today we will learn about cubic graph. Okay, so actually what does it mean by cubic? Okay, cubic is actually comes from the word cube. As we know that cube is power of 3. Okay. Sorry, that one is power of 3. Cubic is the graph with the power of 3. Okay, any unknown that have power of 3, and it is a function and we draw it, so we call it as cubic graph. Okay, so last week we learned about quadratic, that is x squared. Okay, x squared we call it as quadratic, x cube we call it as cubic. Okay, so before we go further, we have to know the shape of the graph. Okay, the shape of the graph. So we divide to two forms, which is a positive cubic and also the negative cubic. Okay. Okay, so for positive cubic, let's say we have y equal to x cubed. So it's looking like this. So at least untuk topik graph ni, you kena tahu shape dia je. At least awak kena tahu shape dia, bentuk macam mana. Okay, cubic graph macam mana bentuk dia. So we just kadang soalan tu minta awak sketch sahaja, not drawing. Okay, but this one so I just illustrate so you know that this is actually the original shape for the positive cubic. So, positive cubic, okay, kalau sebelum ni, kalau tengok macam mana pergerakan dia, it move from the part of positive x, okay, positive x. So, area ni ialah positive x, value x coordinates positive. Kalau belah sini, value x negatif kan. So, bila dia positif, dia akan start pada kanan and turun pada bahagian kiri lah. Move from the right to the left. Okay. Kalau perasan, kita ada graph straight line. Okay. If you still remember it, a positive straight line, let's say we have negative 2x plus 3. So, bila positive gradient, graph tu akan bentuk seperti a form of you stepping on the stairs. Okay. Seperti kita naik lah sloping dia tu. Okay, kalau kita tengok perasan, bentuk dia pun macam ni jugalah. That is for positive. So, bila negatif, dia terbalik lah macam mana bentuk graph, this kind of shape of the graph. Okay, it start with from the part of the left part to the positive part. Okay, yeah. So, dia akan gerak daripada bahagian kiri ke kanan. That is the shape for negative cubic graph. Itu bentuk dia sahaja. Why we have to know? Kenapa awak kena ingat bentuk dia? In case, bila you draw the graph, okay, so you can detect first, okay, so this is function is positive or negative. Okay, let's say the function is positive. Okay, macam mana positif? So you know that, the shape will be like this. Katakanlah tiba awak lukis, awak tengok lukisan awak, let's say, tiba-tiba ada satu duduk bahagian negatif macam tu kan, sengit. Tiba-tiba ataupun you lukis, tiba-tiba you start from the left to the right. So means that you are doing wrong in plotting graph. Okay, maknanya ada a few points yang awak salah plot lah pada graph. Okay, so look at for the example. Draw the graph y equal to x cubed minus 5x plus 2 in the range of negative 3 until 3. Okay, what does it mean by in the range of negative 3 until 3? So, bila you buat tables, okay, content of tables values, okay. So, we will use the value of x, start with negative 3 and then negative 2 and then negative 1, then 0, 1, 2 and 3. That is how we draw. We do the table of contents. Okay. for this table of contents pula, tables of values untuk graph. Okay. So maksud dekat sini you akan masukkan value x dia daripada negative 3 until 3. So for example, okay, we substitute one by one, x equal to negative 3 and then into the equations. So the equation is, the function is y equal to x cubed minus 5x plus 2. That is the function. Okay, so please bear in your mind that when the value is negative, okay, please be alert. Okay, be careful to put brackets for the number negative. Okay, sebab pelajar dia selalu kadang buat silap. Bila je number negatif ke apa, dia tak letak bracket. So, bila dia go for powers, dia akan effect. Okay? Untuk kuasa 3 ni, negatif ke positif number pun dia akan affected lah. Okay. So, for this part, okay, you can get the value of y. Here is negative 10 and then 4 and then 6 and then 2. And then negative 2 for 1 and then x equal to 2 we get 0 and x equal to 3 we get 14. Okay, so it's time to draw the graph. Okay, so dah siap tu kita pun draw graph. Okay, so bila nak draw graph, what we can see here is, okay, untuk for the x-axis, okay, for the x-axis, okay, satu kotak besar ni, satu ruang besar ni, as I said before, the measurement of it is 2 centimeters. Okay, this one is actually 2 centimeters. So means that for the x-axis, it use 2 centimeter to 1 unit. Okay, maknanya untuk 2 centimeter ni 1 unit. Okay, means that kita akan buat dia punya beza 1, 2, 3. That is what does it mean by 2 centimeter to 1 unit. Okay, for the y-axis, okay, as you can see here is the scale is 2 centimeter to 5 units. Okay, 2 centimeter to 5 units. That is for the y-axis. Okay, so once you have the scale, you already have the scale. So we just plotting the graph, plotting the plots, plotting the points, sorry. Plotting the points, so we have the first one is negative 3, negative 10, so located here. And then negative 2, 4, okay, and then negative 1, 6. Kalau perasan kat sini ada line sikit, dia nampak tak nampak je ni, okay, satu kotak tu kan. So kena tengok juga pada graph, okay, biasanya kalau 2 cm, we have 10 small boxes. Okay, so kalau untuk graph yang ni, maybe dia guna scale yang ni kan, dia guna graph ni. So ada 5 boxes, so awak bahagikanlah. Kalau 5 bahagi 5, so means that for each box is equal to 1 unit. Okay, let's say kita start dulu, katalah this one 1, also 2, and then 3, and then 4. So ini adalah kemahiran awak membaca, reading the scales. Okay, salah baca scale, salah lukisan awak. Okay, so and then you plotting all the points, and then kita joining all the points. Make sure use your free hands or you can use a flexible ruler. Okay, boleh je guna flexible ruler, tak ada masalah, it's not a big problem. Okay, so make sure it's smooth and there is no crooked line, there is no double line. Okay, and then you will get the full mark for drawing graph. Okay, that is for the cubic positive. Well, what about negative cubics? Okay, negative cubics here. Okay, so for this part, sorry saya lupa nak padam yang ni, awak tak belajar lagi lah. Ni awak akan belajar tahun depan, form 3. Okay, so ini ialah, we go to the negative cubic. So ini ialah negative cubic. How can we determine this is a negative cubic? Okay, actually you just look at for the unknown x cube. Okay, and unknown here, okay, s cube, and what is the symbol or the sign in front of the unknown? That is negative. So we know that once it's negative, so this is negative cubic. Okay, so tengok kat sini lah. Kalau kita susun balik, this is like this. Okay, so means that here, maknanya bila ada negatif kat sini, automatically you akan end up dengan negatif cubic. So negatif cubic, bila you draw, dia akan dapat bentuk macam ni. Okay, perasan tadi positif kan? So this is bentuk dia lah, lebih kurang lah cubic ni macam ni lah. Dia ada two curve. Okay, dia ada two curve. Satu kat atas, satu kat bawah. Okay, that is. So we go to how to draw it. As usual, so kalau tengok range is from negative 1 to 3. So the value for x will be negative 2 and then negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. That is what doesn't mean with the inequalities given. So inequalities given ni kat sini ialah sebenarnya dia punya value. Okay, value berapa yang awak perlu cari untuk awak isi ke dalam tables ni. Okay, so isi dalam table macam ni, so you can answer it. Once you have the tables of values, so we will draw with joining all the points. So we join all the points. So this is the negative cubic. Okay, so now we go to the next type of function graph, which is a reciprocal function. Okay, this is a reciprocal function. So what is reciprocal? Okay, so the reciprocal function is y equal to e over x. It's defined, it's undefined. Is if x equal to 0. Okay, so as you can see from this function, if the value of x here is equal to 0, the reciprocal function will be undefined. Okay, so you can recheck with your calculator. If any number and then you divide with 0, what will happen? It will be the math error or undefined. Okay, so means that it has its own characteristic for this graph. Which is the asymptote. Okay, so I will explain more what is asymptote for the reciprocal function. Okay, so the reciprocal function can also be written as y equal to a x to the power of 1. This shape of graph is called hyperbola. Okay, so it has its own positive and negative reciprocals. As we know that it has positive and negative. So how to draw what is the shape of positive reciprocal and the shape of negative reciprocal. Okay, so I will show you the straight sketch for the positive and negative reciprocal graph. Okay, so now it's reciprocal graph. So that is y equal to a over x. Okay, a over x. So it has positive and negative reciprocal. So what does it mean by positive reciprocals? When a is greater than 0, okay, means that, for example, y equal to 2 over x or y equal to 1 over x or any number that's positive and then over x. Okay, the denominator is x. Okay, when it's come to negative, the value for a is less than 0, so it will be y equal to negative 2 over x or y equal to negative 1 over x. Okay, so the shape for these two types of graph, okay, for positive one, it would be like we'll start at positive part and we'll end at the negative part. Okay, so it looks like here, like this. Yes, this is the graph, positive reciprocal. Okay, and then for negative reciprocal, it will start at negative part and then end at the positive part. Okay, so this is we start at a negative part and it ends at the positive part. This is what the hyperbola looks like. Okay, so what is asymptote? Actually, asymptote, let's just now, as I said, okay, for the graph reciprocal, it has asymptote. Okay, as you can see from this graph, it doesn't touch the y-axis, right? Also for this part, it doesn't touch y-axis, it doesn't touch the x-axis. Okay, so when it doesn't touch means that when it's come to 0, okay, the value cannot reach the part of x equal to 0. That's why it has asymptote. Asymptote ni macam pagar lah. Pagar maknanya graph ni dia tak boleh reach, tak boleh sentuh untuk bahagian tu. So dia macam menolak sikit lah. Bila ada pagar tu je dia akan menolak. Macam tu. Itulah kita panggil asymptote. So you will learn more about asymptote in form 3, in maths form 3. Okay. So I just explain only a basic one. Okay. So look at how to draw the graph reciprocal. Okay, compute the tables of values for y equal to 12 over x and draw the graph of the function. So we have the graph x and then we have the value x and then the value of y. So this is the value of x, which is negative 12 until 12. Okay, and then we draw the graph with the axis. The scale is for the x-axis is 2 centimeter to 4 units. Okay, 2 centimeter to 4 units for both axes. Okay, as you can see, the y-axis also 2 centimeter for 4 units, 4, 8, 12. Okay, so and then we plot the points. And then we join all the points smoothly. Okay. Note there is no value for y when x equal to 0 because 12 divided to 0 is undefined. So x equal to 0, that is actually the asymptote. Okay, itulah asymptote dia sebenarnya. Dia tak boleh mendekati, itu hanyalah pagar. Macam pagar dia lah, barrier dia. Okay, so now next question. Complete the tables of value of y equal to x squared plus 6 over x and draw the graph of the functions. Okay, as you can see, this one is actually part of quadratic and this one is the reciprocal. So as long as we have the reciprocal functions, so totally this one is the reciprocal graph. Okay, so from this table we copy the table of values. Okay, tables of values, and then we substitute the value x equal to negative 3 and we get 7. Okay, we substitute with negative 0.5 and then we get negative 11.25. Substitute x equal to 1 and we get 7 for y, and we substitute x equal to 3 and we get 11 for y. Okay, so these points we will plot on the graph paper. Okay, so we plot this one and then we join all the points. Okay, so as you can see, there is no x equal to 0 since it will be undefined. Itu memang dah akan undefined lah. Awak tengah calculator pun akan keluar math error. Okay, so we do about one review. Okay, determine the type of graph and state the functions. Okay, dia bagi satu graph yang dah siap lukis. So kita kena state the function. So as you can see, this one it starts from negative part and end at a positive part. So it is negative reciprocal functions. Okay, so negative reciprocal function. So we put the general equation for the negative reciprocal. So it will be look like this. Okay, so we choose any point. Okay, we choose any point that is clearly look. So I will choose for the negative 2. Okay, as you can see here, let me zoom it. Okay, and then this one is negative 2 dot here, and then touch here. So what is the value here? The value here will be 12.5. So how did I calculate this 12.5? Because it's located in the middle between 10 and 15. Okay, 10 and then 15. So this one kita ada berapa kotak? Kita ada 10 boxes, 10 small boxes. So 5 we divide by 10. So for the each small boxes is 0.5. Okay, 0.5. Okay, and then when we divide by 2 in the middle, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So 10 plus 2.5, it will be 12.5. That is. So I will choose the point x equal to negative 2 and y equal to 12. Okay, so x is negative 2, y equal to 12.5. So I substitute into the general form. So that is 12.5 equal to negative a over negative 2. So this one positive, positive, negative, negative will become positive. So 12.5 equal to A over 2. So 2 bring to the other side. 2 times 12.5 equal to A. So A will be 25. So therefore, the graph will be y equal to negative 25 over x. Okay, so you can recheck with other points, which is, for example, when x equal to negative 3, so we get y equal to 7.5. Okay, so you know what is the basic for the shape of the reciprocal graph for positive and negative reciprocal. So I will proceed with the graph of exponential. Okay, class, so we continue with the exponential graph. Okay, so we have two types of exponential graph, which is a positive and negative exponential. Okay, but now it has its own name when we go to the positive and negative. Okay, so first thing first is exponential graph, graph of the form y equal to e to the power of x, where e is a positive constant. Okay, positive. Okay, so kita ada dua bentuk dia lah untuk exponential. When it goes for positive, we call it as exponential growth. When it goes for negative, we call it as exponential decay. Okay, this one is positive, we call it as exponential growth. Okay, so we look at one by one after these. Okay, and then for the negative, we call it as exponential decay graph. Okay, now the words decay means that it's become decrease, the value become decrease. Okay, berkurangan lah. So kalau positive exponential, dia akan menaik lah. Okay, so roughly the shape of it is look like this for the positive. Okay, and then for the negative it's look like this. Okay, actually kalau kita tengok sekali lalu dia lebih kurang macam reciprocal lah tapi dia hanya ada satu part sajalah. Okay, so we got the first one, which is a positive exponential, we got it as exponential growth. Okay, so graph exponential function in which the independent variable is in the exponent. Exponent tu kat sini lah. Exponent tu kita refer ayat dia kepada power of. Okay, power of. So ini exponent ni x. Maknanya x tu berada, power dia ialah function. Variable x tu berada pada bahagian power, which is the we call it as exponent. And then the graph of an exponential function has a horizontal asymptote. Okay, ada horizontal asymptote. Yang ni horizontal asymptote tadilah. Yang umpama seperti a barrier, pagar tu. So bila dia reach, dia tak boleh reach sampai ke situ. Bila dia sampai je ke situ, dia akan turun ke bawah. Okay, ke bawah, that is. Okay, so this one is the exponential growth. As you can see, okay, the shape is like increasing. Yes. Okay, this one. Alamak, saya nak buat warna lain ni. Okay. So this is like this. Okay, that one is positive. So this one is exponential growth. Okay. So biasanya kalau exponential growth ni kita akan guna dalam biology. Bentuk graf dia untuk mutation cell ke apa, biasa dia akan guna, kita akan dapat bentuk graf as look like exponential growth. Okay. So we go to the one. What is place each function on the left into the exponential column or not exponential column. So we have this one. Okay, so we go this part. Okay, this one is the exponential. Y equal to 5 to the power of x. And then y equal to 5x. So this is not exponential. Ingat exponent. Exponent maknanya power. Function tu, okay, variables tu berada pada bahagian power. Okay, look at 3. Y equal to x squared. So the power is 2, not the unknown. So this one is not exponent. Y equal to 2 to the power of 3 minus x. Yes, this is exponent because this one has the power of x for the exponent part. Okay, y equal to 4 over 3x. Okay, this is exponential function. Again, y equal to x to the power of 4 over 3. This one is not exponent since the power is not a variable. And then the last one is y equal to 2x cubed. This one is not exponential function. This is a cubic function, x squared. This one is quadratic function. Okay, quadratic. And then this one is for cubic. Okay, so this is roughly how we look at for the exponential function. Okay, so this is exponential growth. As the value of the independent variable increases, the value of dependent increases exponentially. Exponent sudah akan increase dia bukan secara straight line macam tu. Okay, bila dia sebut exponentially, inilah cara kenaikan dia. Kalau kita banyak benda berlaku dekat dunia ni ada kaitan dengan exponential. Graph yang logically ialah biasanya dia akan bentuk dia dalam bentuk exponential. Okay. Pertumbuhan manusia pun sebenarnya dah bentuk exponential jugalah. Dia akan tengok, dia akan jumpa banyak lagi bentuk graph ni dalam eksperimen biologi ke chemistry macam itulah. Okay, so we go to exponential growth. The value of independent variable. Okay, independent, but what does it mean by the independent variables? That is the x variable. Okay, as the value of x increases, the value of dependent variables increases exponentially. So dependent here we refer to the y variables. Okay, maknanya bila x increase, y akan increase. Okay, so ini basic form dia, y equal to a to the power times with b to the power of x. So what we can see, b is greater than 1. We can be any numbers greater than 1. Maknanya 2 ke 3 ke 3 over 2 ke, okay, as long as greater than 1. And then we have a greater than 0, which means that this one positive. Okay, bila a greater than 0 maknanya positive. Okay, so like say example, we have y equal to the power of x. So this is the function as before. Okay, you can see how to draw the exponential one. Okay, so bila kita masukkan value x, which is like say 2 to the power of negative 3, so we end up with this value. Okay, and then 2 to the power of negative 2, we get this one, 2 to the power of negative 1, and then 2 power of 0, 2 power of 2, 2 power of 4, 2 power of 2, 2 power of 3. So you get the value of y. Okay, so bila nak plotting, biasanya kita akan ambil 2 decimal places. Okay, sebab apa? Because on the graph paper, paling maksimum kita boleh bacaan dia ialah 2 decimal places. Okay, 2 decimal places. Okay, so we plot for each point here. Okay, and then we joining the points mostly by using your free hands. Tak boleh guna ruler. But you can use a flexible ruler. Okay, flexible ruler, and make sure it's mostly. Okay, and then that is for the graph exponential growth. So we go to the graph of negative one, which is exponential decay. Okay, what does it mean by exponential decay? Okay, as the value of the independent variable increases, the value of the dependent variables approaches the value of the horizontal asymptote. Maknanya kat sini ialah dia makin menurun lah. Okay, bila nilai x makin meningkat, okay, increases, and then y decreases exponentially. Okay, so ini ialah negative exponential. So the basic form is a to the power of a times b to the power of x. A is greater than 0, and then what happened to this number is b is less than 1. Okay, less than 1. Why? Kenapa disebut less than 1? Sebab bila daripada bentuk negatif ni lah sebenarnya kawan tak payah pening sebenarnya. Ini ialah dia refer kepada power of x tu ialah negatif. Itu je awak ingat. Untuk exponential decay, mesti power of x negatif. Okay, so daripada bentuk ni, this form, bila ditukar balik, kalau kita ingat lagi, the rules of indices, So it will be 1 over 2 to the power of x. Okay, sebab itulah B dia tu bila you tukar kepada power jadi positif, B tu ialah less than 1. Okay. Okay, this one is how to recognize the form of exponential decay. Okay, we look at for the exponential function. So we have the 2 columns for the exponential growth and also for the exponential decay. So we have y equal to 5 to the power of x. This one is x positive, so it's growth. And then y equal to 3 over 5 to the power of x. This one is b less than 1. So this means that it's decays. Even though this one positive, is actually when we change the form, okay. Bila kita tukar dia, okay, contoh saya buat kat sini 3 1 over 5 to the power of x. Okay, saya keluarkan 3. So apa akan jadi ialah 5 here. Okay, saya naikkan dia, sudah akan jadi 5 to the power of x. Okay, and then 3. Yes, that is negative exponential power dia. Okay, next is y equal to 2 to the power of negative x, negative exponent. So this is exponential decay. And then y to the power of 2 over 3 to the power, y equal to 2 over 3 to the power of 3 minus x. This one, even though this part is negative, but it is exponential growth. Why? Why it happened? Okay, let's say, okay, bila kita terbalikkan dia, jadikan positif. Okay, bila jadi positif, dia akan jadi y equal to 3 over 2 to the power of x plus minus 3. Itu tukar dia punya position dia. Jadi macam tu. Okay. Oh sorry, this one saya kena betulkan balik. Okay, dia all. Okay, apa akan jadi dengan decay ni ialah power dia, kita tukar dia 5 over 3, dia akan jadi negatif. So this is, kalau ingat lagi rule of indices, y equal to rule of indices a over b to the power of negative n. Boleh tukar dia jadi b over a to the power of n. Ini ialah rule of indices. Okay, tengok balik ada. Okay, so this one is y equal to 4 over 3 to the power of x. So this is exponential growth. Okay, and then y equal to 6 1 over 2 3 to the power of x. Okay, this one ialah exponential decay. Kenapa saya sebut exponential decay? Because this part I boleh tukar dia jadi negatif. Then 6 2 to the power of negative 1 3x. So what happened is 2 to the power of negative 3x. So means that this function is exponential decay. Okay, so ini pengenalan untuk awak. This one is actually sebenarnya hanya untuk awak, untuk knowledge awak. Nanti awak akan jumpa lagi exponential. Awak belajar maths nanti ya. Okay, so this one sama jugalah. This one is the exponential decay. Okay, so that is how we write the exponential graph. Okay, so you can refer to the this link to for more understanding in exponential. Okay, this is all about exponential growth and exponential decay.